Jesus, 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 Yahweh, 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 Jesus, 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 show your face unto us, oh Jesus. There's the hunger deep down in my soul, and this hunger is crying out. There's a yearning deep down in my soul, and this yearning is crying out. There's a longing deep down in my soul, and this longing has a loud voice, and this longing crying out for you. And these only you that can whisper, Yahweh, Yahweh, I sense Jesus. Hear this cry, hear this cry. There's a longing deep down in my soul, and this longing has a loud voice. There's a yearning deep down in my heart, and this yearning has a loud voice. There's a craving deep down in my soul, and this craving has a loud voice. There's a yearning deep down in my heart, and this longing deep down. Jesus, Jesus.